welcome, Jeff.
Thank you.
Oh, welcome to the Netherlands.
Thank you so much. I love the Netherlands.
Really, is it your first time or?
No, I lived here for several months as a student.
No way.
Yes, I did a study abroad program here, so I've always loved the Netherlands.
Where did you live?
In Amsterdam. I lived on Prinsengracht.
Yeah.
And studied on Lindengracht.
Gracht.
Yeah.
You have to.
I do my best, you know.
Well, do you speak any Dutch then?
Dankjewel. Alsjeblieft.
Really?
That's it.
Hoe gaat het?
What's that?
Hoe gaat het? Do you know?
No.
How's it going? No worries then. Dankjewel is more than enough. What do you like the most about the Netherlands?
I love the people. The people are the best thing.
Well, thank you. We spoke also behind the scenes a little bit earlier. You arrived yesterday and you were a little bit upset when you arrived because you missed a football game.
I did. I watched the Netherlands-France match on the train to Amsterdam and wished that so much that I had gotten to see it in the city, but it was, I'm cheering for you guys.
Oh, no way! Do you hope that we win?
Absolutely, yes, of course.
Oh man, that's really nice.
Yeah.
And of course, right now, look at the crowd. You are an amazing, famous actor. Did you always want to become an actor? Was it always your dream?
Since I was young, I always really loved film. So always kind of I didn't know that you could do it as a profession when I was a kid, and then when I found that out, I thought, yeah, that's what I want to do.
Right. And what kind of films did you watch when you were younger? What inspired you to become an actor?
The original Batman, the Michael Keaton Batman. That was a favorite of mine. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you guys know. Is that Matthew Broderick? No, I'm kidding. That was a favorite of mine. So a lot of movies like that.
And what part of those movies or any other movies is the part that you wish you would have played when you were younger?
Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, really?
It's a great part.
What is your favorite part about Ferris Bueller?
It's so funny, and it's such a great movie. So it just feels like a classic that kind of was of that era. Right. It was very fun.
Nice, and of course, then you knew you want to become an actor. What were the steps that you took to become an actor?
I started doing plays when I was young, and I found out that you could study it in college, which I didn't know. And so I went to college for acting. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I had so much coffee because I'm so tired. And I started doing plays, and then I went to school for it and studied acting, and went from there.
Was there any moment, because you took a basic route, no offense of course, but you took the basic route, was there a moment when you knew like, holy me, I'm gonna make it, what was the moment that you knew like, oh man, your first paycheck or a call from your agent or?
I did a movie where I got to play Charles Manson, this prolific psychopath monster. And when I got that, it was kind of the first time that I was a lead in a movie and really liked it and got to work very hard on it, and that was a good movie.
And is it hard for you to play such a monster as Charles Manson?
No. I mean, yes, but it's also, someone who's that complicated is fun.
Yeah, because the more complicated character is, the more. And what is the most fascinating part about playing a character like Charles Manson or Buggy or anybody else? We will get to that, no worries.
Well, Buggy, I actually used Charles Manson to help with Buggy because I felt like Manson was a master manipulator, and I think Buggy is too. It's kind of one of his superpowers. So I used that as a little inspiration.
Wow, nice. There's a little Charles Manson in Buggy. Oh, nice. And of course, well, getting to Buggy then right away. Talking about Buggy, have you ever watched One Piece before, the anime, or read the manga before playing Buggy?
Before before playing Buggy, yes. Matt Owens, who's the showrunner of One Piece, he was a writer on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and he told me that I should read this comic because he wanted to write me this part. And I read the comic in 2017, like 4 years before we ended up doing it, 5 years. And I loved it. I've only read the first couple of volumes, but I think it's great.
Nowadays, do you read it still, or have you quit the One Piece?
I try to. I'm way behind. I'm not caught up. But I know everything about Buggy, but not about everything.
Isn't that weird for you? Just like reading One Piece and knowing that in a few years you'll be acting out what they wrote.
Hopefully we get to keep doing it.
I mean, I want to ask, like, what is the part that you're most looking forward to, but that's a spoiler, so we won't ask that, I'm sorry.
Well, if anybody knows Impel Down, that's the one that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I see.
That one person knows, thank you.
And of course, have you ever met the original cast of One Piece? And by that I mean the anime cast.
Yes, yeah, we have met, and everybody's lovely. Everybody's super cool.
And then the Japanese or the dubbed version?
The American dubs, the American actors who dub in English.
What is the best advice they gave to you?
They just to try and make it your own, I think.
Yeah, really just let loose of the original source material. And what is the most original Jeff that we can find in Buggy? What is something that Buggy does that you're like, oh man, that's totally what I do at home?
The way he makes fun of Luffy, I think, is very me.
Oh, nice. And of course, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you already mentioned it. That was, I guess, your breakthrough role, right? By the through the main stage crowd.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Where were you when you got the call that you were in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., a Marvel production?
I auditioned for that part and I didn't get it, and I got a very small part instead. And then at the table read, they liked what I did, and they asked me to come back and maybe play this bigger part. So that happened, and I ended up staying on for 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And were you nervous when you first got on the set of Marvel, of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yes, but my character wasn't, so I had to convince myself that I wasn't, and it kind of worked.
Right, and of course, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it has ended right now, right? Will there ever be a spin-off or anything that you know of? Maybe a cast reunion?
I don't know, it would be fun though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You would be down for it to play?
Yeah, it'd be fun, yeah, sure.
Is there any, and of course, is there any mashup between Jeek and another Marvel hero that you would like to see? It could be anyone, even...
Sure, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, Jeek could help him with some gadgets and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's great. And have you, by the way, because you have read One Piece, have you also read the original source material for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No. I think a large part of it was created by Marissa Tancheron and Jed Whedon and Jeff Bell, who are the showrunners and creators of the show, so they did most of it.
All right, that's really cool. And for everybody else, I could go on talking with you, of course, I would love it. But I guess you guys have the best questions. So please come in front of the microphone, in front of the stage there's a mic, so you can ask all the better questions that I didn't wrote down. Yeah, I've got to be honest, because that's...
No, it's great.
It's all about you guys. So let's go to the first question.
Do you like, can you say anything more about season 2?
I cannot, unfortunately, but it is coming. I know that, but I can't say anything else, unfortunately. But there is a season 2 happening.
Okay.
Thank you for the question. Let me go forward. I'm going to ask some broad questions here. Have you read anything of season 2? Just anything, one letter?
I cannot say anything.
Do you have some time in your agenda blocked right now for season 2? Is there anything for the production-wise that you know? Oh, I
can't say anything. I'm trying to protect my job, you know?
Ah, right. Oh, damn it. I'm so curious. Let's go on.
So I think I can speak for a lot of people here that we all had like the Buggy thirst edit on our TikTok. How does that make you feel to know that there's like stuff going viral that makes people simp for you in that way?
Well, because he's a psychotic clown character, I mostly think, what's wrong with you guys? But no, it's very flattering and it's very sweet, and I love Buggy, so I had no idea anything like that was going to happen, but I'm honored.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And of course, talking about Buggy, isn't it nice for you? Because truly, and I'm not lying, you're a great guy. We spoke backstage, already said
Very
it.
nice.
It was way too long, sorry about that.
No.
It started off as a minute, ended up at half an hour, but isn't it nice for you to play the bad guy? To
Yes.
be just like a total
Bad
animal.
guys are much more fun.
Yeah?
So, yeah.
What makes a bad guy more fun to play?
Because a good guy has to be constricted by morality and doing the right thing, and a bad guy can do anything.
And
Yeah.
of course, because when you say stuff like this, I remember the first shot we got of Buggy in the One Piece series, screaming, laughing like a total crazy madman.
Yeah, and that was that shot is based on, in the manga, he sits there in that chair like that, and when I read it, I saw that frame of him sitting in the chair with his leg over the arm, and I thought it was amazing. And Matt Owens, the showrunner, and I, we wanted to mirror that image. So
It's really cool. Let's go to the next one.
hello.
So I have a quick, sorry, I kicked the microphone. I have a quick story before my question, which is when you were doing promo for One Piece on Tumblr, your character was floating on the dashboard of Tumblr for weeks at a time, and you couldn't get rid of him, you couldn't close it. He was just there all the time, and I'm actually terrified of clowns. So I want to thank
so
you for that, because
sorry.
I couldn't use Tumblr for about 2 weeks. But my question is actually going back to when you were talking about playing Charles Manson, and a lot of actors in the past have talked about how they found it really hard to go back to normal after playing a role like that. Did you find that was the same for you? Did you kind of feel stuck with that character afterwards?
When I was preparing it, I was a little nervous that was going to happen because there was so many things. But I feel like the more you get into a character like that, the more you realize that he's kind of just a sad, broken person and like less of a boogeyman, so to speak. So I think it wasn't too hard because it was mostly like inside he's a scared little boy. So it was, I think it was okay. Thank you.
Thank you. And staying on Charles Manson, how much research do you do to a character?
A lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did a lot for him. I know more about the Charles Manson story than I ever thought I was going to.
Really?
Yeah, I've read a lot of books and, well,
One more question about that then. What is the most fascinating fact about Charles Manson?
well, I think a lot of people who are younger like me, who were not around when that happened in the late 60s and 70s, don't know that he never killed anyone. He just had other people that were obsessed with him and he convinced them to do it for him. So that was always very interesting to me, that he's this prolific serial killer that never killed anyone.
A cult leader, really, right?
Yeah.
Oh man. Let's go to the next one.
Hello.
Played Vichang in Shield, and I was wondering how was the vibe and the chemistry between the actors on stage of Agents of Shield?
It was great. It was one of the best I've ever been a part of. Everybody was so lovely and really loved being there. And the show was on for 7 years, so like people got married and had families, and really got very close. And I made several best friends doing that show. Ian DeCasticker and Elizabeth Henstridge and Chloe Bennett and Henry Simmons and Clark Gregg, and I love all of those people very much. So we had a lot of fun. It was a very fun show to make. Thank you.
Thank you. Have you guys ever considered doing a reunion?
Yeah. But Ian keeps saying no.
Oh, really?
No, I'm joking.
Oh.
No.
Let's go on.
Well, moving on that, I was actually curious to ask if you still had contact with any of the Agents of Shield cast.
I saw Ian yesterday. So I was just in London with Ian yesterday. But yes, I talked to everybody, and everybody's. It's a lucky group to be a part of. I came in late, and they were all so nice to me right away. So it was lucky.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Look at this one.
Hi there.
Hi there.
How are you?
I was wondering what was your favorite scene as Buggy on One Piece?
I like the scene where Buggy tortures Luffy, because I found that to be very fun, and I love Iñaki very much. He's a great actor and a lovely person, and him and I had a lot of fun messing with each other, and it's just the Buggy-Luffy relationship is so fun to me that I enjoyed that very much. Good question, thanks man.
What is your favorite scene?
Yeah, what's yours?
The scene when Buggy splits in little section of his body.
Yeah, that was fun too. It's amazing, and it's actually no visual effects. I can really separate all of the pieces of my body, but I've signed a contract with Netflix that I can't do it here. But yeah, that's real, so it's cool.
Thank you for the amazing question. Let's go on.
So obviously there are a lot of cosplayers here, and my question for you was, if there was one character of One Piece you could dress up as, outside your own character, which one would it be?
Good question. I think, I guess Sanji, because of Taz's abs. I just would look like I would paint abs on, I guess.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
We are actually working on hacks right now with my acting class. So I was actually wondering, did it give you any backstory for George? The way
You said hacks, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, amazing. No, they didn't, but I loved the script so much that I felt like it was such an exciting task to figure out why this guy was doing what he did, and so I made a story up for why he was doing what he was doing, and that was one of my favorite things I've worked on. So that's very cool that you're working on that. That's awesome. Good luck with that.
Do you take acting classes?
Yeah.
So you want to become an actor?
Yeah.
Do you have any tips for her? Like, see, you're a beginner right now.
You're doing the best thing. It's just classes and learning really how to do it. That's the best way to do it, I think.
And I'm taking acting classes with Sean McGuire from the Players Conservatory.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. That's awesome.
Well, keep it up.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Who knows? Maybe in a few years, in One Piece together. Woo.
Hi there.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So, on the set of One Piece, when I was watching the series, not only was the cast amazing with their acting, also you, but also the production level with the costuming and the set was just absolutely phenomenal. What was your favorite aspect of the entire production, if I may ask?
For me, I loved Matt Owens, who I've talked about. Who was the showrunner, was a friend of mine from S.H.I.E.L.D. And so, working on creating Buggy with him, he gave me so much freedom, but he also knows so much about One Piece that he was able to collaborate with me and let me do what I wanted, but also make sure it made sense within the world of One Piece. And so him and I went back and forth a lot on that, and that was special. I really loved doing that.
Okay. Glad you appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And now I'm curious, because the fandom of One Piece is so big, it's insanely big. I mean, you heard the crowd screaming just for Buggy. Wasn't it scary for you, knowing that the crowd is so huge? And you were going to play one of the favorites of everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely fandoms like that are often not kind to the adaptation. So I was nervous about how people were going to like it, but we were very lucky that people liked it. So thank you to you.
And when it released on Netflix, were you at home just scrolling through Twitter, Facebook, whatever?
No, I let it go.
Really?
Yeah, I had to, yeah.
You turned everything off?
A little, yeah, kind of.
You also never watched, the first question was about first reps. You never saw those on TikTok?
A couple people showed some to me, so I did end up seeing a couple of those, and they're wild.
They're wild. Let's go to the next one.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Eva. I'll be asking a question for my sister Hannah.
Hi guys, how are you? Hi.
We're good. We were wondering what you do with the fan art you get, since you probably get a lot of fan art of like Buggy. So yeah, what did you do with it?
I have it all because it's it's so cool to see everybody's interpretation of Buggy in so many different ways that are so creative. And Hannah actually gave me a wonderful piece of fan art that she made, and I really appreciated that. It's great. It's so exciting to be a part of something that makes people want to bring out their talent. And I just encourage it always, because I think expressing yourself creatively and artistically that way, like our young friend Hannah did, is really cool, and I hope you keep doing it.
And also, it's really brave of you, Hannah, to come here. Everybody, can we give a round of applause for Hannah? Keep it up. Really nice. Thank you for the question.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the drawing, Hannah.
Ah, really cute. Ah.
Hi. I'm getting nervous. So I really love Edit of Field. I watched it 2 times and back, and I think you were a great addition to the cast and the chemistry of the show, especially to Gemma and Fitz. My question for you is, what was your favorite episode of the show? It could be one where you were in, and it could also be one where you were not.
My favorite episode is when Deke and Mac get stuck in the 80s, because I adore Henry Simmons, and him and I had a really funny relationship with our characters and us as people, and we had so much fun filming that episode. So I would have to say that one. And I got to sing Don't You Forget About Me, and that was very fun, so I love that episode. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Because I saw it on IMDb. Are you a musician yourself, or do you only sing in songs?
A little, not really. No,
Really?
just for fun.
What kind of genre?
I play guitar and like stuff, but just strictly for fun and for myself.
You're getting nervous around it, right?
Yeah, I'm not a real musician. I'm very reverent of real musicians, so that's not me.
Oh, really nice. It suits you. Yeah.
I absolutely loved you as Buggy in the live action.
Thank you very much.
What was your favorite part about playing Buggy in the live action?
I would say, yeah, just like creating the character, and kind of like, as soon as I read the manga, I was like, this guy is so fun, and he's so angry and funny and dangerous and weird, and also like such a scared little kid. So it was a very, I just love creating that character. That was my favorite part.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And now I'm wondering, because we talk a lot about Buggy, but you had to audition for it, right? For Buggy?
I did, because Matt wanted me to do it, but because Oda is so involved in everything, he needed me to do an audition tape for it, and luckily Oda liked what I did, and I got the part.
But were you at one point in a room full of
No, it
just
was
one
during
room
COVID.
filled with buggies?
Yeah, it was during COVID, so no.
Were you scared to send something off to Oda?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you met Oda?
No, I have not, no.
Oh man, I hope.
I know, we'll see.
I would be so jealous.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Well, I'm a big fan of Buggy, but I guess with your portrayal of the character, I loved him even more. And I noticed that in the manga he's more comedic and not very psychopathic character, but you added that touch to him. And I wasn't sure, like, how did you do it? Was it your choice, or was it just the way you portrayed the character? And thank you.
Was it my choice to portray the character which way?
in a psychopathic way.
In a psychopathic way? Well, I felt like it's right there in the book and in the anime, isn't it? Like he's so angry all the time.
More crazy, like.
Yeah, well, I felt like in a manga or in a anime, it feels like I was trying to figure out what the somewhat real life version of a guy like that would be. So I was like, if he's this angry all the time, he's got to be crazy.
Yeah.
So that was my main thinking.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. I have one more question now, because filming One Piece season 1, how long did it take? Like 2-3 months, probably.
To film the show?
To film the whole show.
The season?
Yeah, the whole season.
No, it took like over a year.
Over a year?
Yeah,
well,
long time.
In that whole year, you spent a lot of time together with the cast. What is the funniest moment that we didn't see in the show? So it could be a blooper, it could be a little gag.
No, it's when I beat Iñaki in FIFA many times. I talk about this every panel, but Iñaki tries to... the poor guy. He tries to play me in FIFA and it always ends the same way. The poor guy.
Always in FIFA you beat him. Ah, nice. Let's go on to the next one.
Hello.
Hi. I was wondering, it's a bit of a personal question, but can I have a hug?
Yeah, sure. Not right now, I don't think, but later, yeah, definitely. I'll be over there.
Yeah. He'll be over there for everybody who wants to meet Jeff, and you really want to meet him. It's really cool and really nice. He's on the left for the whole day for an autograph, a picture, even a hug. Is there something else? What is the strangest thing somebody has asked you ever? You know what? Not even today, of any kind.
To sign on themselves to get it tattooed. I'm always like, well, don't do that. But if some people want it.
Is there anybody on earth who has a Jeff Ward tattoo right now?
Yes.
Really?
Somebody, yeah.
And is that cool, or do you feel?
Yes. Yeah, it's up to them.
It's up to
their thing.
It's their own life.
Hello. How are you?
Good, you?
I'm good. Can you hear me? You have your headphones on.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
I am a big One Piece fan, but I actually have a Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. question today.
Oh, great.
Because my family, I used to binge watch those till like 3 a.m. in the morning.
Your family and you used to binge watch S.H.I.E.L.D. at 3 in the morning?
Yeah, there was one weekend where we ended up staying till like 7 a.m. and we're like, okay.
Did you wake up at 3 to start?
No, we started at like 7 p.m.
Wow.
the day before.
Wow.
And we started season 2 and we were by season 5 the next day by 3 p.m.
That's incredible. Well done.
So by the end of season 7, we know that Deke is in alternate 1983. So my question is actually, since we don't see you that much, what do you think Deke Shaw is up to, especially as he's going to become the director of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah, I mean, well, we joked about a scene at the end of the finale that you'd go into the director's office and the chair was back to us and we would turn around and I had an eye patch and was the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. then, and we just really liked the idea that he's somehow a version of Nick Fury except Deke.
I mean, that does make sense, especially if you consider Loki with the TV.
Exactly.
So alternate timelines. So, all right. Yes.
It's just another Nick Fury.
Exactly.
Deke Fury.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. That's really cute what he just said. Do you know how many people you bring together with your work, either in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., One Piece, or as Charles Manson, but isn't it, because this is really wonderful.
Yeah, it's the best part. I think it's the best part.
Do you hear that often?
With S.H.I.E.L.D. and One Piece, yeah, both those things. Charles Manson brings less people together, but yeah, those two are very, it's awesome.
Nice. Let's go to the next one.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, I had a quick question. Are there any sort of mementos or props or whatever that you either got or took from a set that you worked on that you hold really near and dear to your heart?
I took a Buggy nose, and that one, that's really cool. I like that. Thank you.
Do they know that you took the Buggy
Nobody
nose?
knows. Get it? Sorry.
Damn it. Let's go to the next one.
Hello. Hi, Zoro.
Hi, Buggy. What was it like working with the cast of One Piece?
Everyone's great. Everyone's super nice and lovely to work with, and it was a very fun time. And we were all in South Africa, away from our homes, so it was like summer camp. It was very fun. Yeah,
thank you. For everybody here, we have like 10 minutes left. So if you have a question you would like to ask, you have 10 minutes to do it. You can just come to the microphone and pop the question. Now I have another question. Because of all the characters you've portrayed, and that's even outside of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., One Piece, is there any character that you would like to hang out with? To spend a holiday, maybe a beer, who knows? Is there anybody that you were like, I would like to meet that guy? Well, sadly, he did portray Charles Manson and Buggy, so...
Yeah, exactly. I think I'd like to, I don't know, I think Fitz from S.H.I.E.L.D. I'd like to hang out with him, even though he's kind of a jerk. I'd like to hang with him.
Oh, really nice. And of course, we talked about acting today a whole lot. Now I'm curious, because you are honestly a true actor, but what does acting mean to you? What is it for you that makes acting so beautiful? A really philosophical question, but...
Yeah, I think what you said about it bringing people together and like meaning a lot. Movies and plays and stories and stuff like that has always meant a lot to me, so to get to be a part of that is cool.
Yeah, that was really nice. I see your question, so let's go on.
Hi there.
My question is, if Buggy could choose pizza toppings, what would he put on his pizza?
I'm so sorry, can you repeat the question?
If Buggy could choose pizza toppings, what would he put on his pizza?
Ham and pineapple. I don't know why, but that's like, immediately I was like, that's Buggy's pizza order.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's go to the next one.
Hello.
Hi. I was just wondering, Buggy is a very effects-heavy character to play, and at some point you're like a head in a bag. I was just wondering, what does it feel like to play something like that? How do you keep acting with your whole body when you're not a whole body?
It was very challenging, but it was fun because it was, it just became a thing of trying to figure out how just a head would kind of move and be and what he would be feeling and thinking. So it was an interesting challenge, but it was actually a fun one. Thank you.
Thank you. And also, I was wondering, because we have a lot of actors here today, but I think of all the people we have today, your character, especially Buggy, has been cosplayed the most. What's that like for you? Because how many, can you raise your hand if you are cosplaying as a Buggy? Because I see one there,
yes,
there,
yes,
two.
Yes.
I saw a third one just a minute ago, but what's it like for you?
It's awesome. I mean, it's very cool, and it's, I think Buggy's a very fun character to dress up as. So it's a very, it's super humbling and cool to see.
Well, if you were ever going to a Comic-Con, I'm not sure, did you ever go to a Comic-Con before you were an actor?
No, I haven't, no.
But if you were, who would you cosplay as?
Maybe Marty McFly.
Marty? Oh my man. I would do especially the same. I said it yesterday.
Yeah, I think Marty.
You know what? I would be Doc Brown then.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I would love to
do that.
Yeah. Okay, great taste.
Hi, I have a question. I heard that Taz was taking this role very seriously as a cook Sanji, so I was wondering, have you had the chance to try any of his cooking?
Yes. He cooked for us a lot when we were all in South Africa, because he was practicing, and he's a very good cook. And he would, he's vegetarian, but he would cook all kinds of stuff that he couldn't eat. And I loved it, because I was like, this is delicious. But Taz was training all the time, fighting all the time, and cooking all the time.
Wow.
So he took it very, very seriously.
Like that,
for real, he is. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Great question. Let's go to the next one.
Hi there.
Hi, I was wondering, because you said you had studied a lot of Buggy and his characters and the way his hair was. I was wondering if you have a favorite hairstyle of Buggy?
Impel down. The big ponytail. That's the favorite, right?
Totally good.
That's so fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Do you have a favorite hairstyle, Buggy?
Yeah.
Yes, certainly. So Buggy in Impel Down is one of my favorites, but now since Cross Guild has come forward, and with Crocodile and Mihawk, I just think Buggy in Cross Guild setting is so perfect and good. Yeah.
That's very nice. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you for the question.
Bye.
Oh man, and now, I mean, I love this whole panel, but we talk a lot about, especially Buggy and One Piece and of course, Jeep. But is there any work that you did that you wish that these people would see when they go home, or would have seen when they go home?
There's one that is not for the younger ones in the crowd, but there's a Netflix show that I did called Brand New Cherry Flavor that I really, really like, and I think is very unique and interesting, and I think that more people would like it if more people watched it. But
well, it has been just released like 2 years ago, right? It's very
a
new.
few years ago, yeah.
Oh wow, did anybody see it here today? Raise your hand if you saw it. I only saw like 1 or 2 hands. Oh man.
Yeah, it's a good show. I like that show.
Oh man, I will watch it today when I get home.
Give it a shot. I like it.
So tomorrow I will have a question ready. I promise you. I promise you. And if you have a question left, we have like 5 minutes left with Jeff Ward. After that, you will be the whole day on the left.
Yeah.
For meet and greets, everything. And oh, somebody took a chance already. Let's go.
Hello.
Nice.
Hi. I actually have like a really weird question.
Go ahead.
So, okay, sorry it's a bit buggy, but with the makeup and stuff, was it annoying because it looked super oily? It looked greasy. It looked really greasy, and sometimes that can be really irritating on the skin.
Yeah, it was. It took 2.5 hours to get into the makeup, so it's a process, and it takes a couple people, and it's a whole thing. But it was really fun because by the time you're in the makeup, you really feel like a crazy clown pirate. So it's fun.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Wait, can I ask you?
Yeah.
What about the blood and oil that you've got on your face?
Well, actually, I have this like SFX workshop where you can make blood, but it looks wet, but it's actually just dry. So it's not wet, which is really handy.
It looks great.
Oh, thank you so
You're doing great from your class. Well done.
So much.
It looks amazing.
Thank you.
And thank you for the question. Let's go on to the next one.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hi there. I just like any Agents of Shield fans. Of course, I'm hoping for a reunion in the future. But I just started to listen to Conference Call. So I wanted to ask, did it feel like a reunion, like recording this first season? And do you guys plan to record another one?
The Conference Call is a podcast that I wrote and made, and I'm in, and it was kind of a Shield reunion because Ian DeCaster's in it, Elizabeth Henstridge is the other lead, Clark Gregg is in it, Karen Gillan is in it, obviously who wasn't Shield, but she's Marvel. So it was super fun, and yeah, really, I thoroughly enjoyed making that. We made it during COVID, because it was just something we could do, and that was really, really fun, and I would love to do more of it, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you for the question. And of course, in the same spirit as this question, I saw you are, besides a musician, we're not going to talk about it, but you're also a producer with some shorts that you did?
I direct and write, and I kind of, do that stuff too,
What is your favorite part to do? Is it acting or is it...
I love acting, and I really, really love directing.
Really?
Yeah, directing's great.
What have you directed of which you are the most proud of?
I directed a play last year in New York called Danny and the Deep Blue Sea.
Is it still playing?
No, not anymore, but it was a very special project to me.
Oh wow, that's really nice.
Yeah.
We have 3 minutes left, and I see we have an important last question.
I'm sorry, man. Look, you can't ask a question. I'm joking. Please, tell me.
About One Piece, the live action, what was the most that surprised you about acting, like that particular role?
You know, I'm gonna do a slightly different answer because, especially because you're Luffy. I was so surprised at how well Iñaki was able to play Luffy, because I think on paper or in the anime, that seems like an impossible part to work in real life in a live action thing. It doesn't seem like it would ever work. But I almost called him Luffy. Iñaki he's so good, and he's so much like Luffy in real life. He's very optimistic, super talented, very smart. And I was blown away by him, and I thought that the show, when we were working on it, had a chance to be good because he was so good, and they did a great job casting him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for the question. We are sadly in our last minute right now, so we will round up, but I was curious because the last thing I think everybody want to know here, what is the most important thing you can give these people today? Some words to reach this place that you have achieved as an actor. What if people want to become like you? What is the most important thing that people should do?
I would just say, like, you know, taking classes and watching movies and maybe trying to see some plays and some theater and stuff. And because if it's, you know, it's tough, but if you love it, it doesn't matter that it's tough. So I would say, you know, just like trying to really get into it in that way is the best thing to do, I think. But yeah.
It's really wise. Everybody, give it up for Jeff Ward!
Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much.
Everybody, if you want to meet Jeff Ward, you have the whole day.